Flint West reporting from a small weathered house on the outskirts of a future city. Solar panels buzz quietly on the roof. The economy has slowed. Inside, a father sits with his two kids at the dinner table. They've just learned in school that their generation carries record-breaking national debt. Dad, why are we in debt? A story about borrowing from tomorrow. Child 1.
Dad, our teacher said everyone my age owes like $500,000 in government debt. Even babies. How can a baby owe money?
Father.
That's a fair question. You see, a long time ago, when I was your age, the world ran on what's called a debt-based monetary system. It meant that almost every dollar in circulation was borrowed into existence. When someone took out a loan, new money was created. When they paid it back, that money disappeared.
Child 2.
So if everyone paid off their debts, there'd be no money left?
Exactly. That's the paradox we lived in. Money wasn't something we found or mined like gold. It was issued, a promise backed by another promise. We borrowed from the future to pay for the present.
Child 1.
But if you knew that, why didn't people stop?
Because the game rewarded those who borrowed. If you didn't play along, you got left behind. Governments borrowed to build things, corporations borrowed to grow, and families borrowed just to afford homes, cars, and college. It felt normal. Everyone was doing it. And to be honest, we thought someone else would figure it out later. That later, turns out, is you.
Child 2.
So we're paying for your generation's stuff?
In a way, yes. Every time we ran a deficit, we issued a silent IOU to the future. We called it stimulus. We called it quantitative easing. But really, it was borrowing time, mortgaging your tomorrow to avoid our pain today.
Child 1.
That doesn't sound fair.
It isn't. And that's what broke me years later. Realizing we weren't just consuming wealth, we were consuming trust between generations. The whole system was built on the illusion that debt could grow faster than productivity forever. But compound interest doesn't forgive, and neither does time.
Child 2.
So, what happens now?
Now, the world's trying to shift. Some people are building sound money systems again. Digital gold, decentralized ledgers, things that can't be printed at will. We might finally be learning that real stability can't come from debt, only from value that endures. I don't know if we'll fix it in my lifetime, but I'm hoping your generation won't repeat our mistake, thinking you can borrow from the future without paying interest in the soul.
Child 1.
So it wasn't just money we lost, it was meaning.
Exactly. When we turned money into debt, we turned life into liability. And now the only way forward is to remember what's real.
And there it was. A quiet confession from one era to the next. No headlines, no riots, just truth whispered over leftovers. Civilizations fall in slow motion, not when their armies fail, but when their debts come due and their children start asking why. We thought we could borrow from tomorrow without consequence, but the bill always arrives, not in dollars, but in disillusion. This is Flint West, reporting from the future, where the past finally asked for repayment.